Okay, welcome back here, guys. So today we got Dr. Dave is going to give you some tips on doing body work today. So he's going to actually do a serious video today for once. We'll see how long he lasts. Here we go.
A while back somebody asked about skimming the final fill on a panel. So we're going to show you that today. Now what I've done here, this is for a 37 Cabriolet back there, what I've done here is sanded right down to bare metal. Then I shot it all with etching primer, and the reason for that is because this panel came from outside. It's still cold, so I put the etching primer onto the metal and then put the filler on top of that, because the hot filler, because it does catalyze and get warm, on the cold metal would start sweating. And this is evident of a problem right over here that I'll show you. Started stripping down the fender, and you can see the rust that's between the metal and the filler, here, there too, and poor adhesion. And that's why that we do the etch on it. During summertime when the metal is warm, or if the vehicle's been in for 4 days, then the metal's climatized, you're okay. But like I say, the metal's cold, even though it's been in here for a couple of hours, it's still cold, and this generates heat, which in turn sweats, which in turn puts moisture. And you can see that you can fill right on top of this green stuff, and it feathers out beautifully. There's no problem with adhesion. In fact, some people say that you get better adhesion this way than what you do normally. And the stuff I used here was just a spray bomb of etching primer. There's different brands out in the market. I'm quite sure they'll all be fine. And if I happen to have, let's say, a complete body or 4 or 5 panels, then we would spray this onto it. Now this is made in the US of A, so it should be no problem for our American friends to get some. Okay, so I'm going to go mix up the filler right now, and I will return. Okay, so here I've got the filler set up. Now the stuff I'm using here is a really nice and thin, easy to use filler. It's almost as good as using the 2-part putty called ice or similar things. It goes on easy, smooth, virtually nothing for pinholes. And of course I like using plastic spreaders because you can curve them quite easily if you need to.
Do that again, I missed it. Thank you.
Take it back. Some people prefer metal spreaders. I certainly don't, but that's just my preference. Now, what you have to do here too is just one nice smooth motion all the way for you people that are novices at this. Because remember, the smoother it is, the less you have to sand down. It's much like everything else in life. Do it right the first time makes it easier when you do it the second time. Does that make sense? Because sometimes there will be a slight lull that will need more putty. Now, don't be afraid if you didn't mix up enough, because it looks like I didn't. Because it's easy enough to continue this once it dries. And also don't think that you've got a Bondo bucket, because most of this will be coming off and laying on the ground when it's all said and done. It's just there to get out the fine imperfections and ripples. Okay. Now the stuff I'm using here is made by USC, United States Chemical Company, and I'm quite sure it'll be available anywhere in the United States, again for our American friends. But it's really a nice thin consistency though. And that's what you want for the final skim. Okay, I'll be back to show you how to go over it, where you can continue on what you didn't mix enough for. Tell me when you are.
I am.
Okay, so I've mixed up a little bit more here to continue the smear. But the beauty of this green etching primer is that this filler sticks to it just like baby poo to a screen door.
Lovely.
Well, can you just imagine even the smell?
Why a screen door?
Because it's harder to clean.
Oh my
You ever
God.
tried getting baby poo off a screen door?
Have you?
No, thank goodness, because I don't have any kids.
No, it's his mother that had to do that.
That's how he knows. My mom had a hell of a time getting that baby shit on that screen door.
Because I have projectile.
Okay, back to smearing.
Okay, well that's about
Oh,
it.
goodness.
Just let it dry really nice and hard, and longboard it down, and she'll just come off like beauty. Yeah. And one thing else to keep in mind, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it put on a bathing suit. And that note, it's always a good time at old time.